Volleyball fans, and welcome to wherever you are. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. I am Matty Bishop. We're here at Marysville Pilchuck High School for Super Saturday in District 1 of the WIAA. We've got a very, very exciting winner-to-state match coming up on the 4A side for you between the Kamiak Knights and Jackson Timberwolves. Already today, we've seen Oak Harbor eliminate Glacier Peak in 5 sets. That one went 15-13 in set 5, included incredible performances from Lauren Sanders and Claire Anderson. It was a lot of fun to watch. We just watched the Shorewood Thunderbirds claim the District 1 3A championship in 4 sets over the Stanwood Spartans. A very, very good match from Ellie Allen Hatch for Shorewood. And of course, Delaney Hopen was a force to be reckoned with, as she usually is. A great performance for the Thunderbirds to stay undefeated and go through to the state championship as the Westco 3A, District 1 3A champions. They are from Westco though, so that's nice too. They were Westco champions. On the court next to us here, we've got a 3A winner-to-state match going on at the same time as our 4A winner-to-state match. That's going to be between Ferndale, who knocked off Linwood earlier today in 4 sets, and Oak Harbor, the aforementioned Oak Harbor. We'll give you updates of that one as the match goes on. We're just about ready for first serve here between Kamiak and Jackson. It's important that you take a second to realize that these matches would not be possible without the generous financial support of the Academy Sports Center at academysportscenter.net and Bottega Fitness Park. Check them out at bottegafitnesspark.com. These companies stepped up and covered the cost to make these broadcasts happen. Also important to realize that here at the Snohomish Times Sports Network, nobody here is getting rich doing this. We're really here to cover the costs of making this happen, cover the extraordinary effort, reward the time and commitment that these athletes have put in, the thousands of hours that they've worked with coverage that is worthy of their effort. And I hope we come up to that level today. I'm Matty Bishop bringing you the call today.
And I'm here.
Todd, our producer, is here. Todd Elvick, who's the brains behind the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
I'd like to remind everybody that we are in Marysville. The connection here isn't perfect. So if you have a little buffering issue once in a while, just stick with it. We've done 2 other matches here today, and both of them came out fine, but there was some buffering here and there. So just hang with it, and we'll get through it.
Kat Anderson gets the Knights off to a good start. Set right side, Jacqueline Jankowski with her first kill of the match, and just like that, Kamiak is on the board. Taking a look at the Knights, they've got Kat Anderson, the senior setter, the leader of this team, also the leader of their student body. She's student body president, leading the charge. On the other side, another very talented setter, junior Grace Jarnigan, is an exceptional talent with a very diverse offense. Jankowski with another swing, nice up there. This ball, free ball back over. Anderson, the set for Lizzie Headland, the junior, dug nicely by Brenna Fogarty. And a double contact call against Jarnigan. And Kamiak off to an early lead. So looking at the Kamiak lineup, their libero is Haley Gilbert. She's a sophomore. In the back row, they've got Tiffany Nelson. Front row, Jacqueline Jankowski, Lizzie Headland. The middle and the right side is Sydney Eli. She's a senior. Going back to serve for Jackson is the libero, Carly Robinson. Grace Jarnigan, the aforementioned setter. Emma Tran is the hitter in the front row. There's Eli, rolls the ball over the top, and Sydney Eli gets her first kill of the match as she rolls out over the block. Looks like Brenna Fogarty's playing a back row outside hitter role. Danny Skibble, who is a very impressive, undersized but very quick, well-moving middle, is in as well. And Alex Crittenden in the back row for the T-Wolves. That ball's up off the block of Ellie, and Grace Jarnigan wins the joust and gets the kill. So Grace right out onto the scoreboard, number 13. She is the captain, junior leader of this team. She is very, instrumental to what Jackson does with their offense. She is a very intelligent setter, moves the ball around really well. There's Kat Anderson. And Katie Peterson, who's come into the front row, she's stuffed by Danny Skibble. Skibble, the senior, gets a block. And we could be in for a long back and forth affair here, this Kamiak-Jackson match. Jarnigan with the serve. That's Gilbert. Popped up by Eli. Gilbert sends the free ball over. Picked up by Jarnigan. Outside Emma Tran, and they're going to say that touched the block. Dig by Anderson. Eli looking for somewhere. Peterson just pushes it over. Robinson, Jarnigan in the middle for Skibble. Big block up by Headland and Peterson, and 4 contacts, so no block there. They say that ball went into the tape and did not get through. Checking into the match for the Kamiak, Kayla Self, the defensive specialist. She's a junior. She will serve for the Knights. Front row, Bailey Cornett, Katie Peterson, and Sydney Eli. In purple, there's a service ace for Kayla Self. Nice job there. Somehow we've lost a volleyball. There we go. Now we found one. Tran and Skibble, it looks like, in the front row for Tran, Skibble, and, pardon me, that's Tran, Skibble, and Julia Olson has checked in for Jackson. Another service ace for Kayla Self. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Winner goes to state. The loser sees their season end here today. Doesn't get much more fun than this. These two played a 5-set thriller on Tuesday night. Kat Anderson with the dig. Eli pops it up. Cornett. Skibble pushes that ball up over the top, and Skibble goes back up, and it falls on the Kamiak side of the net. They played a 5-set thriller on Tuesday that Jackson came out victorious in. Kamiak then had to go Thursday night to Mount Lake Terrace High School. They had to defeat Snohomish. Then they had to come back and defeat Lake Stevens to get here. Jackson lost to Wesco 4A champion Monroe. Western District 1 champion also Monroe. Undefeated Monroe Bearcats in 3 sets. Emma Tran at the service line for the T-Wolves. Jankowski, Gilbert, and Peterson in the serve receive, and that one is apparently not on the ground. Peterson touches it over. Ball picked up. Skibble tries to touch it over the top. Tran with the dig in the back. Here's Jarnigan. She goes right side for Olson, and no touch call. Point Knights. Substitution for Kamiak. Sydney Eli comes out of the match. Into the match for her is Danny Studioso, the senior outside hitter, right side, and DS. Danny does a little bit of all of it. Crittenden with the serve receive. Alex Crittenden with the swing, dug by Jankowski. Outside, there's Peterson, pounds that through the block, and Katie Peterson, junior outside hitter, talented young lady. Studioso, Robinson. Jarnigan gets it up, and Danny Skibble, and that is a dangerous, dangerous combination for the T-Wolves. And those two are very much on the same page, Skibble and Jarnigan. That was a fantastic job of getting her hands on that ball by Grace Jarnigan, and a quick set, perfectly timed approach from Skibble. Nice work. Serves just a bit long. Curse of STSPN.com. Say a little something nice about you, and bad things are sure to happen. Katie Peterson to the service line for the Knights. Cornett and Jankowski in the front row along with the setter Anderson. And Jacqueline puts that down the overfeed for an easy kill. Jacqueline Jankowski, her second kill. Timeout for the Timberwolves. I'm Matty Bishop. This is Snohomish Times Sports Network. We will be right back. Welcome back inside Marysville Pilchuck High School. This is Snohomish Times Sports Network. I'm Matty Bishop, and we have breaking news from the world of District 1 sports. We've just gotten word that Glacier Peak High School is the cross-country 3A state champions for the state of Washington. Congratulations to the Glacier Peak cross-country team. Great effort and a great job there. Inside here, we got one of these two teams, Jackson and Kamiak, trying to go to state. The other one's going to see their season end. Brenna Fogarty's in to serve for the T-Wolves. Ball's picked up nicely by Tiffany Nelson. Jacqueline Yankowski down the line. Her third kill of the match so far. Leads all hitters. And it's going to be our libero, Haley Gilbert, who serves. Robinson pops it up in the air. Fogarty bump set for Crittenden. Free ball for the Knights. Into the middle, that's Lizzie Headland. She slaps it up over the top, and it's high and out. No touch detected. Alex Crittenden, junior outside hitter, serves. There's Nelson, Anderson, Yankowski, Crittenden with the dig. Jarnigan outside for Tran. Emma Tran up off the dig of Yankowski, and I think Nelson lost track of it a little bit as she had the speed to get there but couldn't find the ball once she got turned around and moving, and a nice kill there for Emma Tran. And volleyballs everywhere now. Earlier we couldn't find one, now we've got them all over the place. Alex Crittenden going to serve for the T-Wolves, and there's Jacqueline Yankowski. Dig by Fogarty. Bump set from Jarnigan. Nice play there. Gilbert shepherds that one to the end line and out of play as Tran just trying to keep the play alive. Haley Gilbert does a nice job of tracking back to the end line, making sure that she's making her read from the line as to whether or not the ball's going to be in or out. That's a really good skill for a young libero to have. Kat Anderson with the serve. Emma Tran. Grace Jarnigan up in the middle. Tran just pokes it over. Anderson with the dig, and that's Duffelmeyer, pardon me, I got bad handwriting the other night. Melly Duffelmeyer, who I apologize for during the Monroe match calling you Duffelmeyer. That's really what it looked like on the lineup that I got from the coaches. Kat Anderson misses her serve there. These two teams are pretty evenly balanced. Neither team has an offensive player that really stands out. Both teams have really talented setters and consequently move their attack around all over the place. Sydney Eli comes back around on the slide footwork and hammers that ball down the line. Didn't even get full power on it, but it was deceptive enough that the defender couldn't quite track with it. Nice play there from the Knights. Jacqueline Yankowski at the service line. That's Carly Robinson. Grace Jarnigan. Danny Skibble. Oh, I like her. She's cool. She has fast feet. You watch a middle, you might look and say, man, she doesn't look like a middle blocker. She's not really that big, but gosh, you watch her, she's so fast. Her timing is good, and you can score a lot of points that way. Katie Peterson, Kat Anderson, Lizzie Headland off the block. Up, kept alive, Anderson. And they'll just free ball it back over as Gilbert picked that one up, and there's Emma Tran. She puts it into the madness. Her second kill on the night. Her and Skibble are leading the way offensively for the T-Wolves. Grace Jarnigan at the service line. The signature of this Jackson team has been a well-distributed offense. Kamiak, Kayla Self checking in to serve. That brings Bailey Cornett, the 5'11 senior middle, to the front row. She's got Peterson and Eli with her up there. Yankowski out of the back row. Self puts that one on Crittenden. Jarnigan now. Jarnigan, pardon me. Outside of Julia Olson. Kat Anderson set for Peterson, rolls it over the top. Robinson keeps it alive. Here's Cornett for Anderson, back for Cornett, and that was a touch call against Skeeble, and then a double call, and wow, that was a little awkward. Emma Tran back to serve for Jackson. Haley Gilbert, Jacqueline Jankowski, and Katie Peterson are the serve receive for Kamiak. Jankowski, perfect pass for Anderson. And Cornett pounds it off the hands. Bailey Cornett gets her first kill of the night. Emma Tran checks out. That's Casey Wilson coming in for Jackson. That brings Alex Crittenden is in the front row, along with Julia Olson. Oddly enough, we have two Julia Olsons in the house tonight. There's Julia Olson that plays for Ferndale, who's here playing as well. Speaking of which, Ferndale up 5-1 in set number 1 over Oak Harbor. Make that 5-2 as a double contact call. All right, Danica Studioso in to serve for the Knights. And we have a score correction. 6-3-1. Never mind, the score is right. The score correction is that the score is right. Mindy Staudinger not too thrilled about that. She thinks the score is wrong. Now we're having another conversation about whether or not the score is right. Fascinating TV. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. I am Matty Bishop. Hey, this match is brought to you by and made possible by Academy Sports Center. Check them out at academysportscenter.net and Bottega Fitness Park. Learn more about their annual memberships where you can get fitness training, yoga, tai chi, beach volleyball, and more, all up off of Highway 9 in Clearview. Cool little spot. Learn about them at BottegaFitnessPark.com. And now it's all much ado about nothing, as Danny Studioso back to serve. 16-13 for the Kamiak Knights. Alex Crittenden pops that one up. Grace Jarnigan's under it. Crittenden with the shot up off the hands of Anderson, and Alex with the off-speed work puts that one on the floor. Danny Skibble back to serve for the T-Wolves. Haley Gilbert, perfect pass for Kat Anderson. Back set for Peterson. Nice pickup by Skibble. Jarnigan runs it down, and it's going to be a free ball for the Knights. Cornett, Anderson, Peterson. Nice up by Skibble again. Jarnigan outside for Crittenden. A slam through the block, and nice work by the Jackson Timberwolves, and Alex Crittenden gets her second kill. That's a timeout for the Knights. It's 16-15 here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. I'm Matty Bishop. We'll be right. Welcome back inside Marysville Pilchuck High School. I just watched Taryn Potter, number 6 for Ferndale. You can't see her on her screen right now. That's the other match. But Taryn Potter just went up and tattooed a ball. Ferndale leads in set 1, 9-5 over Oak Harbor. That's a winner to state match as well. It's an exciting day here at Marysville Pilchuck High School. I'm really thankful to be able to bring this to you, courtesy of our sponsors, Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park. Thanks for STSPN.com as well, and their staff for being ready and able to come out and do this on short notice, as we have fans interacting with officials, officials not interacting with fans. Strangeness happening over here in our 4A match. Pass, Tiffany Nelson outside. It's Bailey Cornett. She got all up on that one big time. Her second kill of the day. Apologize, that was Danica Studioso with the pass. Katie Peterson at the service line for the Knights. Carly Robinson, Grace Jarnigan. Right side now, Julia Olson popped up and away. Gilbert can't come up with it. And Julia Olson of the Jackson variety gets her first kill of the night. Substitution brings Brenna Fogarty in for the T-Wolves. She takes Julia Olson's place to play some defense across the back row. Gilbert, perfect pass for Anderson. Quick behind for Cornett. Nice dig there. And Anderson looking, nice dig from Fogarty. Jarnigan, Crittenden tries to push it down the line. It's out. Jackson screaming for the touch. Their whole bench is up. And Jackson is a little animated today. Assistant coaches standing up and yelling at refs. We've seen one yellow card today. I have a feeling we're going to see another. Crittenden for Jarnigan. Back to Alex. Off the hands of Anderson, and that one's out. Alex Crittenden leads Jackson. All Jackson hitters with 3 kills. She's tied with Jacqueline Jankowski, 3 kills for the lead in the match. Well-balanced offense on both sides. Two teams that feature very talented setters. You would expect that. Gilbert, Anderson, Jankowski, Crittenden with the dig. Jarnigan, here's Tran. Nice dig from Nelson. Anderson goes up, and that's Doffelmeyer, pardon me. Millie Doffelmeyer says no, absolutely not. Straight up and puts the block on Kat Anderson. Big play for the Jackson middle there. Studioso, Anderson, Headland. Nice dig from Robinson. Jarnigan, now Tran, up off the hands of Headland. No, yes, no, yes. Point Kamiak either way. They call 4 touches, saying it did not come off the block of Headland. Kat Anderson back to serve. Sydney Eli back into the front row. It's Eli, Headland, and Jankowski for the Knights. Robinson, oh my. Sometimes you get a little lucky. And Jackson just got a little lucky. Danny Skibble checks back into the match. The libero, Carly Robinson, will serve. She is a senior. Trying to punch a ticket to state, finish out her high school career strong. Kamiak was at state last year. Jackson was not. Kat Anderson tips over the top, dig by Jarnigan. Robinson bump set for Crittenden out of the back row. Easy for Gilbert. To Anderson. Jankowski now reaches, dug up nicely. Jarnigan, dug by Anderson. Eli. And that one's up into the block of Grace Jarnigan, and she gets the roof on that one. Kamiak struggling a little bit out of system. Jackson takes a lead at 20-19. We need to talk for just a second about the companies that are helping make this possible. Let's start with Academy Sports Center. They are the home of the Washington Volleyball Academy, which provides advanced technical volleyball training to qualified student athletes, enabling them to compete successfully nationally at their age group. Tryouts for the season for the U13s and U14s are done. You can check academysportscenter.net to see if they have any openings. The high school age athletes tryouts are Sunday, November 15th. Learn more at academysportscenter.net/WVBA-tryouts. Holy guacamole, this is a good one so far. Kamiak and Jackson, 2 balanced offense, 2 teams that grind and battle, providing nothing less than we expected here in the first set. It's the senior libero, Carly Robinson, at the service line for Jackson. They've got a brief lead. They want to expand on it. Tiffany Nelson, Anderson, Jankowski, and Jacqueline Jankowski pounds that one off the block for her 4th kill to lead all hitters. She goes back to the service line. We're in a race to 5. 20 apiece. The other Julia Olson just hammered a ball down on the Ferndale side. Jarnigan, Tran, Danny Skibble on the slide. Oh, yes. Nice work. Jarnigan's placement and tempo is so good on those. So good. We get one more year of watching her play at Jackson. Gilbert, Anderson, nice job. Roll over the top from Peterson. Katie Peterson hit it till the very last second. Then she pulls the roll shot out of her bag of tricks and surprises everybody. Great job from Anderson just to get her hands on that ball. Kayla Self checks in to serve for the Knights. Crittenden, Jarnigan, and Julie Olson. Eli, Peterson, dug by Robinson. Jarnigan. Tran this time. Emma Tran hammers that one down. She's got 3 kills. Substitution, Kayla Self comes out. The libero Gilbert is back in for Kamiak. They trail by 1. Emma Tran at the service line. Jankowski, Anderson, Cornett reaches. Net violation against Jackson, gets Kamiak out of trouble as Bailey Cornett punched that one too high over the top. But one of the Jackson players was in the net, and that causes a point for the Knights. We're tied at 22. It's a game to 3 now. Something I love to do at the end of my practices. We play to 3, win by 2, just for these moments. Danny Studioso, Crittenden. Jarnigan back to Alex Crittenden, dig by Jankowski. Anderson up in the middle, Cornett, dig by Jarnigan. Bump set from Olsen. Crittenden off the block, dig by Olsen. Jarnigan runs it down. Going outside for Crittenden, rolled over the top, and Gilbert can't get there. Jackson, Alex Crittenden with 4 kills. She's tied with Jankowski for the lead amongst all hitters now. Danny Skibble back to the service line. Gilbert, out of system, Peterson. Studioso misfires, and Jackson is serving for set 1. Was very much has been a matter so far of who blinked first. Kamiak just blinked. Now we got to see if they can collect, get a crucial side out here, and then win a couple points with their serve. And they get the crucial side out as that one comes off the side of Skibble's hand. So now it's up to Katie Peterson and the Kamiak Knights to serve aggressively, play some defense here. The end of set number 1, and Peterson a little too aggressive, and they give it away. Jackson 1-0 on a 25-23 to start. Oh, we're in for a good one here. Snohomish Times Sports Network. Today's Super Saturday volleyball action is brought to you by Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park. I'm Matty Bishop. My melodious voice is always brought to you by beachvbc.com. We will be back in just about 2 minutes. And we're back here inside Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Just taking a quick look at the 3A winner to state match. Just watched Taryn Potter crush another ball. Ferndale is up 21-14 over Oak Harbor. And for what I've been able to peek over my shoulder here, Ferndale is a very, very good team. Very impressive. They feature Taryn Potter as an excellent hitter. She's playing in the middle. They've got Whitney Walker, who is a very successful beach player. In fact, she was a U18 Seaside Beach Volleyball champion this year, along with Jessica Clark. That being said, Whitney is just a sophomore, I believe. Let me check that. Whitney is, she might be a sophomore, she might be a junior. Fascinating television, I know. Take a quick look. We want to make sure we get it right. Whitney Walker is a junior, my apologies. 5'8" outside hitter, very, very good. One more year of her. We've also got Julia Olson, another good hitter. Their setter is Haley Pelton. I like that Ferndale team a lot. I like this Jackson team a lot too. A very balanced offense through set number 1. Very, very close, 25-23. Jackson takes the lead, 1-0. Kamiak will look to make a couple of small corrections. Nothing that you can see that's drastically broken with the Knights. It was just a little who was going to blink first. And there was one play where Kamiak blinked, and that was all the advantage Jackson needed. Two very evenly matched teams. Both have strong leadership at the setter position. Both distribute their offense very well. Both are defensive-minded. Very, very good matchup here. One of these teams is going to state. The other one is ending their season this afternoon. Can't ask for much more as far as putting the stakes on the line. It's exciting stuff here at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Thanks very much to District 1 for helping us make this happen, specifically Jim Piccolo. We really appreciate the support for the broadcast. We love doing this for the athletes, highlighting the hard work that these kids are doing to be student athletes. Almost all of these girls are either competing in multiple high school sports, or they're also competing in some way, shape, or form of club or beach volleyball as well. Ties up a huge amount of their time. They make enormous sacrifices to develop the skill sets that you see here today. And our goal is always to provide a broadcast that honors and respects and lives up to those same skill levels. So thank you for making this possible. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. We've also had some great support from our community. Dig That Shot Photography, Solus Electric, and the Clark family stepped up to help make these broadcasts possible this weekend. The volleyball community is hungry for this kind of coverage, for this kind of showcase for their players to be rewarded for the hard work that they're doing. And we're hoping here at Snohomish Times Sports Network we're able to make that happen. We're also hoping that they're going to be able to figure out what rotation Kamiak is in, how their lineup's set up, and why. There seems to be a lot of confusion over this right now. So we're going to make a substitution before the set starts. Jackson just hanging out, waiting for something good to happen. Ferndale finishes the first set against Oak Harbor 25-16. Ferndale goes up 1-0, one set closer to the trip to state that they've been working for. They ran into Shorewood on Thursday night, and that's a tough task for anybody. Here we go, we're underway. There's Gilbert for Anderson. Jankowski and Studioso both wanted to hit that one. In the end, neither one of them really connected with it. Carly Robinson at the service line for the Timberwolves. Gilbert again. This one played back in by Nelson. Free ball over. Jordan outside. Crittenden tips it over the top. Nice read from Studioso. Anderson, Jankowski, and that one falls down on inside of the hand. Skibble couldn't get the penetration, and Jacqueline Jankowski is the first to 5 kills in this match. Kat Anderson goes back to the service line for the Knights. She's going to play beach volleyball at Stanford next year. It was a big news in the summer for the beach community when Kat got and accepted a verbal offer to go play at Stanford University. Great example of what happens when you have a dream and you work hard to make it come true. That's Sydney Eli pounding the ball down the line. Nice set from Anderson. Great swing from Eli. Two teams just trading punches early here in set 2. Jankowski at the service line for the Knights. Robinson, perfect pass for Jarnigan. There's Skibble off the block. Jankowski with the dig. Anderson outside. Nice reach from Peterson. Skibble pops it up, but it's kept into play. Gilbert picks it up. Right side for Eli. She rolls it over the top. Nice dig there from Wilson. Popped up and Robinson puts it over. Gilbert. Anderson, Peterson, dug by Crittenden, Jarnigan, Crittenden again, dig by Gilbert, Anderson, Headland now, dug by Robinson, Jarnigan, bump set for Olsen, and that's off the block of Peterson as she goes up big and strong and closes that one down, and Katie Peterson gets credit for the block. Nice rally there. Good work from both of these teams. Nothing coming easy. Jacqueline Jankowski. And she gets the ace off of the arms of Casey Wilson. I believe so. Should be at 3-3. Oh, no, you were right. 4-2. Now they've got it. Scoreboard issues. That nice swing up high off the block. Olsen, I believe it was Olsen, might have been Crittenden. Hit that one up off the hands. And over the top. And Jackson, 3-4 now. We're pretty sure that's the score. Gilbert, Anderson, Peterson off the hands of Olsen. Nice little roll shot kill for Katie Peterson. She played for Washington Volleyball Academy last year. Ran across her at the AAU National Championship Tournament in Orlando in July. Kayla Self checks in for the Vikings. Confusion at the score table. More confusion at the score table. And, well, good time to remind you this match is brought to you by Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park. Check out Bottega Fitness Park's annual memberships. They make great Christmas presents. Pick one up at BottegaFitnessPark.com. Not sure what now it's 3-5. Okay. Apparently that's right. Kayla Self serving. Alex Crittenden, Grace Jarnigan, Emma Tran over the top. Dig by Jankowski. Anderson. Peterson. Oh, just long. It was a good idea to push that ball deep corner, and she just missed. Gilbert back into the match for Kamiak, the sophomore libero. She's been very good this year. Peterson, Jankowski, and Gilbert make up the serve receive. It's Danny Skibble serving for Jackson. Still struggling at the scorer's table. Skibble serves long. Point Knights. Studioso into the match for Sydney Eli. Studioso will serve and play defense. She is a senior. Crittenden, perfect pass. Jarnigan for Olsen, and that's off the tape. Did not clear. And that's a point for Kamiak. Looking across the other side, it's Ferndale 5-2 and 1-0. Whitney Walker at the service line. Robinson. Jarnigan bump set for Tran. Nice dig by Jankowski. Anderson into the gap for Cornett. Popped up by Crittenden. That didn't look good. Looked like she went over funny on her ankle. Studioso digs that one. Cornett again. That's a big block from Dolfmeyer. And that one's put down by Peterson. Doffelmeyer, pardon me, Millie. Studioso still at the service line for the Knights. They've opened up a little lead here in set 2. They trail 1-0. There's a quick Doffelmeyer up off the block of Peterson and Cornett. Olsen just puts it over. Anderson with the dig, and some confusion as the libero wants to step in and pump set, and the middle wouldn't get out of the way, and that's a point for Jackson. Brenna Fogarty checks in for Julia Olsen. Fogarty will serve. Across the front row, it's Doffelmeyer, Tran, and the setter Jarnigan for Jackson. Easy point for the Knights there. Brings Katie Peterson to the service line. Two evenly matched teams. You can't give your opponent too many easy points. Peterson, service ace. That one found the end line, and that brings a timeout from the Jackson bench. Kamiak has opened up a lead here in set 2. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Will be.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Welcome back inside Marysville-Pilchuck High School. It's set number 2 between Jackson and Kamiak. Kamiak's out at a big lead here, 10-5 in set 2. They trail 1-0. Jackson won the first set, 25-23. On the other court, it's Ferndale up 10-4 and 1-0 as they're in set 2. There's Emma Tran, big swing off the hands of Anderson, put over by Jarnigan. Gilbert, Anderson, roll shot from Jankowski. Picked up, here's Doffelmeyer. Can't quite catch up to that one with the slide. She had just a smidge behind with her footwork there. Peterson at the service line. Robinson, Jarnigan, Tran rolls this over the top. Jankowski with the dig. Into the middle for Cornett and a big block up. Doffelmeyer and Jarnigan. Pushed over the top by Jankowski. Tran now. Dig by Gilbert. Anderson. Here's Jankowski again, and that big block again. It's Millie Doffelmeyer and Grace Jarnigan getting up and closing out any opportunity for the Kamiak hitters there. Nice job by those two on that rally. Emma Tran at the service line. Gilbert, Anderson, jump pivot. Gilbert free ball. Fogarty, dumped by Jarnigan, picked up by Nelson. Cornett over the top, and that one is down. Bailey Cornett with the tip kill. Her third of the match. Should put the caveat, all stats are from the unofficial Maddie Bishop Stat Network. Known to be slightly inaccurate when I'm watching one volleyball match, much less when I'm watching two. Robinson with the pass. Jarnigan runs it down. Crittenden. Jankowski. Anderson. Jankowski. Nice dig from Wilson. Jarnigan. Here's Fogarty out of the back. Popped up by Anderson. Bump set from Headland. Jankowski looking for a hole. Picked up by Fogarty. Here's Crittenden. Free ball for the Knights. Gilbert. Anderson. Jankowski misses down the line. Big aggressive swing. I like what she was doing with that ball. Just couldn't keep it in play. Carly Robinson. Senior libero for Jackson at the service line. Gilbert keeps that one off the floor. Anderson, tip from Headland, and Lizzie Headland. Smart play. She pushes it up over the top into the deep corner for her first kill of the night. Kat Anderson, Carly Robinson. Bump set from Jarnigan. Here's Crittenden. Through the block, got a touch, and Alex Crittenden with the kill. Her fifth of the night. She has been an offensive force for Jackson. Again, a very well-balanced offense for the Timberwolves. Grace Jarnigan. There's Gilbert, and Grace gets the ace. She got 2 blocks, a kill, and an ace. Who says setters don't get on the scoreboard? She's been an impact player early on here. She's been an impact player all year here. What am I saying? Jarnigan for Gilbert. This one's popped up. Anderson runs it down. Here comes Jankowski and Nelson collide. They get it over Wilson. Jarnigan, Crittenden, touch off of the hands of Gilbert, and it's in anyway. Nice job from Alex Crittenden there. Jarnigan continues to serve. Jackson working their way back into this one. They're on a run here. Gilbert, Anderson runs this one down again, and a center line violation against Anderson as she came a little too far under the net on her way through. Kamiak calls a timeout. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside Marysville Pilchuck High School. It's Grace Jarnigan and the Jackson Timberwolves on a little run here. They're still down by 2 in set number 2 to the Kamiak Knights, but they're looking to close the door. Tiffany Nelson brings that back. Haley Gilbert puts it over. Casey Wilson, perfect pass and a big swing from Skibble, and that was beautiful. Net violation called against the Knights, but that's how you run a free ball. Casey Wilson with the perfect pass right on top of Jarnigan. Danny Skibble comes over, and they ran really fast there. Nice work from the T-Wolves. Jarnigan, tough serve for Gilbert. She gets another ace. Her second of this trip to the service line, and Kamiak needs to find an answer and find an answer quickly. Grace Jarnigan, the captain of the Jackson T-Wolves, stepping up and leading by example here. Gilbert, Headland. Roll over the top from Eli, dig by Jarnigan. Bump set by Robinson. Crittenden rolls over the top, that's dug by Gilbert. Here's Anderson, back for Eli, dig by Jarnigan. Up off the ceiling, and what's the call? Net violation called against Jackson, and that's a lucky break for the Knights as they were on their heels there for quite some time. Taking a look at the other court, it's Ferndale 18, Oak Harbor 13. Ferndale 1-0. Jacqueline Lankowski with the serve. Julia Olson with the pass. Olson up, swings over the top. Dick Gilbert up into the rafters. Kat Anderson tries to pull it back. Oh, somehow Katie Peterson gets to it and almost gets it across the net. Not quite. Kamiak a little scrambled all of a sudden here in set number 2. They looked like they were well in command, and the wheels have come off a little bit. They need to find a way to settle down and get back in system. Great serve from Alex Crittenden. Here's this ball over the top. Peterson, dug by Jarnigan, set by Robinson. Dig by Peterson, Anderson, back to Peterson. That big swing is down, and Katie Peterson, that'll help out. 6 kills for Peterson to go with 1 block. 5'10" junior outside hitter. Kayla Self checks into the match. Kamiak still with a 1-point lead, even though it feels like Jackson's had the momentum forever. Kamiak had a huge lead from early in the set. Self misses. That'll bring Doffelmeyer back into the front row. Lauren Atwood checking in for her first action of the night. Looks like it's going to be as a DS server role. Atwood, the lefty. Pass by Gilbert, quick, looking for Cornett, and Doffelmeyer says no. Nice job, her 3rd block of the night. She has been very good. I must have been mad I got her name wrong on Thursday. Wanted to make sure I had lots of chances to say it tonight. I love it. It's good work. Gilbert, Anderson, Peterson. It's up. Kept alive by Crittenden. Cornett for Anderson. She touches it up. Tran puts it back. Bump set from Gilbert. That's off the block of Doffelmeyer. And Olson now to the other side. Here's Eli. Sydney Eli puts that one on the floor. She gets her 4th kill of the night. And that brings Danny Studioso into the match. 16 apiece. The first set was tight. This one is too. No letdown, no disappointment from this winner to state match. Jarnigan back set for Olson, and that was ambitious. Ambitious by the junior setter. Studioso again at the service line. Cornett, Peterson, and the setter Anderson in the front row for Kamiak. Jarnigan pushes it outside. Emma Tran, big dig by Gilbert. Anderson outside. Peterson, what a shot! What a shot down the line. Second time we've seen her pull that little roll shot out at her bag of tricks, and that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Studioso continues to serve. Robinson keeps it off the floor. Peterson pops it up. Cornett takes it on 2. Jarnigan to the outside. Emma Tran off the hands of Anderson. Dug by Gilbert. Cornett with a bump set. Free ball for Jackson. It's up. Doffelmeyer, dig by Anderson. Gilbert Peterson, dig by Jarnigan. Robinson, bump set for Tran. Big swing, dug by Jankowski. Anderson into the middle, Cornett, and the big block of Duffelmeyer again. Olsen up there with her, and Millie Duffelmeyer, her 4th of the night. Brenna Fogarty at the service line for Jackson. Still playing comeback here. Gilbert, perfect pass for Anderson. That's up, punched over by Cornett. Outside, Emma Tran cuts it a little too thin as that one doesn't make it over. Emma Tran knew what she wanted to do with that ball, just couldn't quite get the angle right. Wasn't a bad decision, just suffered slightly in the execution here. That brings Katie Peterson to the service line. Tran, perfect pass for Jarnigan. Out for Tran, roll shot over the top, picked up by Studioso. Running set by Anderson, picked up by Fogarty. Jarnigan, Tran, big swing, and that's on the floor. Emma Tran, she has been powerful tonight. 4 kills, but a lot of really strong swings to go with it. Looks like Ferndale wrapped up set number 2 on the other court. They're up 2-0, trying to book their ticket to state. Emma Tran, Gilbert, Anderson, a running bump set. Gilbert free ball over, picked up by Fogarty. Jarnigan, Crittenden off the hands. Gilbert with the dig. Anderson up. There's Jankowski, just misses. Jacqueline Jankowski just misses that one. Good cross-court swing, about 2 inches wide. 19 apiece. Emma Tran at the service line. And there is Alex Crittenden. You know, you got to like those kills. Those are fun. Timeout, Kamiak. We have another barn burner on our hands. This really has been Super Saturday here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. STSPN.com. We'll be right back.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family Insurance.
We're back, and it's a battle of attrition here at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Jackson has taken a 1-point lead here in set 2 over Kamiak. Kat Anderson, the senior setter for the Knights, trying to rally her troops. Jackson up 1-0. Emma Tran at the service line. Danica Studioso. Ball's up, free ball for the T-Wolves. Alex Crittenden rolls it over the top. Haley Gilbert one-handed. Nice play, and a free ball again for the T-Wolves. Crittenden off the outside hand and scores off the block of Anderson. Smart play from Crittenden. She was not at the height of her jump. A little tough on the timing, and she just slaps it off the hand of the blocker. Great play. I like to see that intelligent play from an outside hitter. Emma Tran, Haley Gilbert, Anderson up. Jankowski, dig by Crittenden. Jarnigan bumps it, gets under it. Anderson's there this time. She touches it and digs it, and it drops in the corner. And Kat Anderson willing that one into the deep corner. Sometimes it's just as important to be lucky as it is to be really good. You get a combination of the two, and life is happy. Sophomore libero Gilbert serving for the Knights. Robinson, perfect pass for Jarnigan. Here's Crittenden, just tips it over the top. Jacqueline Jankowski made a diving play in there, but Crittenden gets another kill. She leads all hitters with 9 on the night. Millie Doffelmeyer checks out of the match. She has been a monster in the middle for Jackson. That brings Danny Skibble back in. Carly Robinson at the service line. Gilbert, bump set from Anderson. Jankowski, oh, it looked like it was going to miss. Might have been off the hands. Crittenden keeps it alive. Free ball for the Knights. Anderson Jankowski, tip over the top. What a play by Brenna Fogarty. Another free ball for the Knights. Here's Anderson for Jankowski. The big swing, that one does get the hands. Jacqueline Jankowski with the kill. Brenna Fogarty using the force to pick that ball up in the back row. Beautiful play from both sides. This is fun to watch. This is why we play the game, people. Anderson, Wilson, Jarnigan, the slide from Skibble off the block, picked up and still in play. Jankowski off of Crittenden. Wilson runs it down. Free ball for the Knights. Anderson back for Eli off the block and knocked out of play. Jackson 23-21. The big block from Skibble and Crittenden. Serve from Jarnigan. Pass from Nelson. Jankowski pounds it off the hand of Olsen. Jacqueline Jankowski is just a sophomore. Kiddo is a good player. Jankowski to the service line. 1 point at a time for Kamiak. Wilson. Perfect pass for Jarnigan. A little low for Skibble. Picked up by Eli. Bump set. Peterson rolls over the top. Dig by Robinson. Jarnigan, Crittenden, and she misfires, and we're tied at 23. Hey, we've been here before. Timeout for Jackson. It's everything we offered. It is Super Saturday here on STSPN.com. Thank you to Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park for making this possible. We will be right back. Welcome back. We just can't get enough volleyball here. Super Saturday, STSPN.com. Kamiak and Jackson. Second set. Jackson's up 1-0. It's a game to 2 right now. Game to 2, win by 2. Jacqueline Jankowski, the sophomore, at the service line for the Knights. Casey Wilson, Grace Jarnigan, bump set for Julia Olsen. Dig up by Katie Peterson. Quick back to Peterson. Off the block of Skibble and down. And Peterson gets the kill. Sometimes you got to make points. That was not pretty. She got no transition. There was nothing to go. It happened fast. She just went up and made a point. Wilson. Jarnigan. Olsen. Through the block, and it's 24-all. We got bonus points here in set number 2. You want a pair of evenly matched teams, you got them. Very, very similar to each other. You're watching the two teams play. You could swap jerseys. It'd be hard to tell the difference. Service ace for Jackson, and they're serving for set number 2. It's Alex Crittenden, who's been their offensive leader. She's a junior outside. She has been exceptional today. Jankowski. Anderson pushes outside for Peterson. Roll over the top, dig by Robinson. Jarnigan gets her hands under it. Tran down the line. Gilbert. Anderson, jump pivot. Ball's up. Nice pass. Jarnigan. Tran. Dig. And it's out of play. Jackson is up 2-0. Emma Tran puts an exclamation point on that one for her 5th kill of the night. 26-24. Doesn't get much closer than this. Jackson up 2-0. Kamiak with all the work to do. Their season's on the line. This action, if you like what you're seeing, please take care of our sponsors. AcademySportsCenter.net, BottegaFitnessPark.com came up huge on short notice with the financial support to make these matches happen. The Monroe versus the Monroe versus Jackson match is already the most watched volleyball match on STSPN.com yet. and we're going to have some more good ones here. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in about a minute and a half. Get yourself a soda and a little snack, and we got set 3 coming at you on STSPN.com. Welcome back. You want some more of this? I do. It's 2-0 lead for the Jackson Timberwolves. They've been 2 of the tightest sets you can possibly play. 25-23, 26-24. Both have gone in favor of the T-Wolves. The Kamiak Knights, their season's on the line. They're close. They don't want to be not quite. They want to be there. They want to go back to state. They did it last year. They're looking to do it again this year. Senior setter Kat Anderson starts with the serve. Alex Crittenden, dig by Haley Gilbert. Up, that's Millie Doffelmeyer putting down the overfeed. Millie is having herself a match today. Fun to watch her play this afternoon. She's doing really well. Carly Robinson, senior libero for Jackson at the service line. That pass from Tiffany Nelson, and a big block in the middle. That's Danny Skibble. Find out what both teams are made of. Sometimes it's just as hard to play with the lead as it is to play when you're behind. Gilbert, Anderson, swing from Headland, kept up by Gilbert, bump set by Nelson. Jankowski over the top, and she finds a point. Jacqueline Jankowski has been very good today. Very, very good. She goes back to the service line now. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. I am Matty Bishop. We're brought to you by Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park. Thanks for watching, everybody. It really means a lot. Casey Wilson, bump set from Robinson. Crittenden tries to cut that one down the line, just a little too sharp. No, not a little too sharp. It's called a touch. Oh, my. Touch call against the Knights. I don't know that I saw that. Yeah, no, now the upper, neither one of the line judges saw the touch. The up ref is saying he saw a touch. He's got a really lousy angle to call a touch from there. But nonetheless, up ref knows best. That's a point for Jackson. Here comes Grace Jarnigan at the service line for Jackson. Gilbert, 14 feet off Anderson. Peterson rolls down the line, dig Jarnigan. Skibble goes up against Headland. Headland wins. Gilbert, Jankowski for Peterson. Peterson rolling deep corner, and she misses. Grace Jarnigan, junior setter, captain of this team at the service line. This balanced offense is largely her fault. Anderson for Peterson, off the hands of Crittenden. Robinson brings it back. Free ball for the Knights. Anderson for Eli, rolls it over the top, dig by Jarnigan, out of system. Julia Olsen makes a point. Nice job. No approach, no jump, finds the outside hand and gets the point. Jarnigan, Jankowski, perfect pass for Anderson. That's Peterson now reaching. Robinson with the dig, bump set, Jarnigan. Crittenden off the hands, Gilbert comes up with the dig. Anderson, Jankowski, Crittenden with the dig. Jarnigan, Crittenden, big tip over the top, and she finds the floor. Even when it doesn't work, it works. Sometimes you have those days. Timeout early for Kamiak. It's 6-1 Jackson. And we saw this. We saw Kamiak get out to the big lead in the last set. Jackson came back. No reason the Knights can't do the same. Two very evenly matched teams. Hey, thank you very much to District 1 for your support and allowing us to come out and do these Super Saturday broadcasts. We're really, really stoked that we're going to be able to put together some really cool high school coverage for next year. This is something that these players certainly deserve. They deserve to have a showcase that shows off how hard they have worked through the course of this season. STSPN.com is stepping up to be that showcase. Really making a high-quality effort to put these players on display. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. Please tell your friends. Ask them to watch these matches. We want to be able to go to our sponsors for next year and say, hey, look at how many thousands of people watched these playoff matches last year. The junior Jarnigan misses just long, and Kamiak gets a much-needed timeout. Bailey Cornett back into the front row. Kayla Self checks in to serve for the Knights. Peterson, Cornett, and Eli in the front row. Anderson's your setter. Jankowski's your back row outside hitter for Kamiak. Casey Wilson. Perfect pass for Jarnigan. Danny Skibble. Beautiful dig by Jankowski. Self brings it back. Anderson gives him the free ball. Skibble wants to go quick again, but no, this one's Crittenden. And Grace Jarnigan pulling the strings. That was masterful. Masterful work. She had the middle for the second time. Danny was there. She was on time. It looked perfect, and she just shot it outside for Crittenden. The blockers couldn't keep up. Nice play. That's what a really talented setter can do for your team. Crittenden at the line to serve. Gilbert. Anderson. Peterson rolls over the top. Jarnigan with the dig. Bump set for Tran. Emma Tran off the hands. Gilbert puts it up. Nice job. And a net violation call. Beautiful dig from Haley Gilbert, all for naught. Net violation called against Kamiak. Crittenden back at the service line again, and Jackson in danger of running away with this third set. Gilbert. Anderson back for Eli. Double contact call. That one didn't look clean, and it was not, according to the up ref. Ferndale 19-13 in set 3. They've got a 2-0 lead. Ferndale looks dangerously close to punching their ticket to state. That serve is out of play. Kamiak looking for a little something here. They got to find some rhythm, find something that works. As a coach, you're constantly asking what works and how can we do more of it. Everyone can see what's wrong. That's easy. Everyone can see what's broken. It's a matter of finding what works and being able to do it over and over and over again. Service ace, Danica Studioso. She'd like to do that over and over and over again. Senior certainly doesn't want to see her season end here at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Alex Crittenden, Jarnigan outside for Tran, and that one runs the tape, and Peterson just can't adjust. That's a really tough ask for a defender when that ball decides to just trickle along the tape like that. You never know where it's going to come down. Jackson brings in Lauren Atwood again, the sophomore, playing a little DS. She will serve. Lefty. Gilbert. Oh, and it just missed. The line judge had to think about it for a second. From my viewpoint, it was the right call. Peterson, Katie Peterson at the line for the Knights. Emma Tran, Grace Jarnigan, Julia Olson. Dig by Studioso. Gilbert tries to bring it back, and it looked like she might have lost it in the lights there for a second. Running as fast as she can to try and get that one back in play. She just couldn't track it down. Big shout out to Marysville Pilchuck. The Tomahawks doing a great job of being hosts for this event this year, even though they're not part of it. The players out here working a 3-ball rotation as ball girls, and they're scorekeepers. There's whole 9 yards. Back set from Anderson. Cornett. Doffelmeyer gets the touch, pops it up, but Cornett's hit was just a little too sharp to handle there. Haley Gilbert, the libero, at the service line for the Knights. Hedlund, Jankowski, and the setter Anderson in the front row for Kamiak. Well, big set back across. Holy smokes, that was cool. Grace Jarnigan puts that ball right where her hitter can get up and just pound it off the outside hand. That's Emma Tran with another kill. Tiffany Nelson, Anderson, Jankowski. Nice up by Tran. Kat Anderson with the cutty. Oh, that's a beach play right there. Kat Anderson with the kill as she takes matters into her own hands. And Grace Jarnigan, who's been her beach partner on a number of occasions, couldn't come up with the dig on her buddy there. Casey Wilson. Bump set Jarnigan, tip Crittenden. Easy dig for Gilbert. Anderson, Jankowski, timing's off. Wilson. Jarnigan, oh, the dump. Well, if Kat wants to score, Grace wants to score. The setter's taking over here. The setters are good friends, by the way. Yeah, they only. So the way it works, Wesco 4A, or District 1 4A sends 2. Service ace there. I think that was, who was that at the service line? That's a senior, Robinson. Wesco 4A sends 2 teams to, or District 1 4A sends 2 teams to state. District 1 3A sends 3 teams to state this year. Kat Anderson just barely keeps that one alive. Jacqueline Jankowski can't bring it back, and the wheels have fallen off here for the Knights. They call a timeout to try and put the car back together. It's not over. They're down, but they're not out. Kamiak can make a run here, and they have the talent and the leadership to do so. We'll be right back on STSPN.com. We'll give it a few minutes. We'll just give a winner of that one. Okay, we can hold the celebration. All right, we are back. We never left. We might have left. We don't know. We're back. Ferndale is going to state. They have downed Oak Harbor 3-0. The Eagles on their way to state. That is a talented team. Watch out, whoever gets them coming through as a 3 seed. They're likely to break some hearts in Kennewick next weekend. Taryn Potter had herself a beast of a night. Whitney Walker is exceptional. Their young setter, Haley Pelton, is a great player. That is a very, very talented team. Don't forget about the other Julia Olson, who's not of the Kamiak variety. She's a big outside hitter for that team. Good grief. I look over there, I see worlds of potential. I look back over here, I see the setter, Kat Anderson, taking a pass for the Knights. Jacqueline Jankowski trying to do something with it out of system, and it's Grace Jarnigan and Danny Skibble putting up the big block, and right now Jackson can do no wrong. As they are rolling. Robinson, Nelson, Anderson, Jankowski, dig by Robinson. Jarnigan, Fogarty over the top, dig by Gilbert. Back set for Eli, and a double contact called against the Knights. Robinson, Nelson, Lizzie Hedlund, dig by Jarnigan. Nice play, Grace. And that's Alex Crittenden off the outside hand to Eli. She has been a force to be reckoned with tonight. Robinson, Gilbert, Anderson just tries to pull it out of the net. Gilbert tries to keep it alive, and that's outside the antenna. And Jackson is rolling. This team looks phenomenal here tonight. They struggled against Monroe. Everybody struggled against Monroe, but tonight they have righted the ship. They look amazing. Big block from Joe Skibble again. Bump set from Anderson. Here's Eli, dug by Fogarty. A big roll, and that could be called prolonged contact or a lift in some rule books. Catch and throw. Not in this one. Skibble gets her 4th kill of the night to go with 3 blocks. Her kills are generally phenomenal. Perfect pass from Gilbert. Outside, Jankowski swinging down the line. Off the inbounds anyway. Off the touch, she gets both. Jankowski leads the Knights with 6, 7, 8, 9 kills on the match. You hear Ferndale celebrating behind us as they get ready for their trip to state and their long drive home. Wilson, Jarnigan. Oh, it's the slide for Skibble, dug by Anderson. Gilbert, bump set, Peterson, roll shot, dug by Robinson. This one's outside for Crittenden. Off the outside hand of Eli again, and the swing block is not working for the Knights. Crittenden is taking advantage of it. The swing block requires that right side blocker to move quickly, get outside far enough. They are not this evening. Peterson, perfect pass, set from Anderson. Peterson with a ton of air, and Katie Peterson. What a swing. Kayla Self into the match to serve. You've got Cornette, Peterson, and Eli across the front row for Kamiak. That one's long. Jackson 1 step closer, 1 point closer to going to state. Emma Tran will check back into the front row. She joins Julia Olson and Danny Skibble. Grace Jarnigan's your setter in the back. Carly Robinson and Alex Crittenden, who's had a monster night, is at the service line. Gilbert, perfect pass for Anderson. Quick in the middle for Cornette. No touch, and it's out of play. I like the aggressive set. Good big jump set from Anderson there. Just can't quite find that connection. Jankowski. So now outside, roll shot over the top from Peterson. Dug by Tran. Here's Jarnigan. Emma Tran! Could see that coming. Big swing. Holy smokes. 7 kills on the night. And here it is, Alex Crittenden, who's had a beast of the night. She's serving to go to state. Peterson, Anderson, Cornette, tip over the top, dug by Jarnigan. Bump set Robinson for Tran. Big swing over the top, dug by Gilbert. Anderson, quick to the outside for Peterson off the block. Nice swing, Katie Peterson. She'll be back next year. Danny Studioso in to serve for the Knights. It is match point for the Jackson Timberwolves. They've got 13 more match points if they don't convert this one. Tran, perfect pass Jarnigan. Back for Tran, roll shot over the top, and Jackson is going to state. The Timberwolves are bound for Kennewick as they claim the number 2 spot out of the District 1 4A tournament. The Kamiak Knights see their season end here at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. We will be right back in just a moment with our player of the match. We're going to have a live interview for you to finish up Super Saturday here. Super Saturday has been brought to you by Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park. Hey, stay there for just a minute more. We're going to talk to one of these players. We'll be right back.
Jackson High School also congratulating Kamiak on another great season.
right, welcome back inside Marysville Pilchuck High School. I am here with our adrenaline fundraising player of the match, Jackson setter Grace Jarning, and you're going to state. Tell me a little bit how that feels.
Feels amazing. I mean, we worked really hard to come back and play strong, and I'm so proud of my team and how well we played. It's amazing.
Grace, what you did tonight was masterful with your offense. Alex Crittenden, you were one of the big benefactors of that tonight. You had an amazing evening. Tell us a little bit about what it's been like to play with Grace through this year.
It's been such a privilege to play with her. She's such an amazing setter, and I know I can always count on her to give me a great set of hittable ball, and I can put it away, and it was a great partnership.
Ladies, great job. Amazing effort. All that hard work that you've done over these years paying off. Have a great week in Kennewick. Congratulations, ladies. You're going to state. All right, that's going to wrap it up for Super Saturday here on STSPN.com. Before you run away, Grace, can we get a picture of you with the shirt? Sorry. We will be back next year. Just go ahead and slide on up. It can be just you. We'll be back next year with more volleyball coverage here on STSPN.com. Hey, if you liked these matches, tell your friends, get them to go out and watch. We want to be able to take big numbers so that we can get the community sport that we need to have a bunch of volleyball broadcasts on STSPN.com next year. On behalf of our sponsors, Academy Sports Center and Bottega Fitness Park, I'm Matty Bishop. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Congratulations to the Jackson Timberwolves and the Ferndale Golden Eagles. They're going to state. We'll see you next year, everyone. Enjoy. Thank you.